All right, guys, our buddy is back at it again here, Bill Maher, with another ridiculous statement. I mean, he's really on a roll these days. So let's have a look and we'll react to this nonsense once again.
But isn't it amazing to you? Like it was in the paper today about this country came out of the pandemic way better. We won the pandemic economically. I mean, America.
I don't feel that way. Explain it to me. I feel like inflation's insane.
Numbers.
Everything.
Inflation is not insane.
Bill, go buy a car.
There's numbers. Oh, I understand things.
A house
but it has
tripled here.
Look, I get that people.
Buy some eggs. Explain
Okay,
to me.
but
I'm not an
there's
economist, so I'm just trying to.
feelings, and then there's the numbers.
Okay, what are the numbers?
The numbers have come down a lot in the last 6 months. Of course, it was inevitable when we gave out $6 trillion so that everybody could hide under the bed from the forever flu. That was never going to end well.
It was taken by the richest people ever,
a lot of it was stolen. It was. We agree on that too. It was just a massive overreaction, and that did cause some of the inflation.
Bill, just be quiet. Listen to the hot lady. She's right. The numbers have come down. Okay, what are the numbers? Notice how he doesn't give you those numbers? We won the pandemic economically. Well, we threw $6 trillion at Wall Street. And who benefited from that? The rich did. People like Bill Maher. For him to be so out of touch, to pretend like we as a general won the pandemic economically, tell that to the poor fuck who lost his business. Tell that to the people who've lost their sons or daughters over drug overdose because that skyrocketed. So did mental health, suicide. We won. Like, how out of touch can he be? And I actually looked up Bill Maher's net worth last night. $120 million. Oh, yeah. He won the pandemic because his show didn't get canceled. His business didn't get canceled or shut down, never to return. Guy makes 10 million bucks a year. So, of course, from his tiny little world and his tiny little perspective, he thinks we won the pandemic. Yet the lady, I think her name's Jillian Michaels, she said, well, go buy a car. Look at the housing market. Everything's crazy. Yes, inflation has come down a couple percentile points, but it goes up 2 or 3 percentile points every fucking year. Like, it's just so crazy to me how out of touch some of these rich dudes get. Back in like the 90s when he was still kind of starting out and kind of making his name for himself a little bit, finally starting to get some recognition, maybe even in the 80s, he wasn't as rich as he was now, and he was way more in touch with the average person. And now he's just sitting there, we won the pandemic economically. Only the rich did. Everyone else got fucked. Royally. And I'm just sitting here watching something like this, and it's just... Like, how could someone be so... Like, someone who's so smart, which Bill Maher is, how could you say something so stupid? What was it last week? I made a video. He's talking about fucking Gavin Newsom being a winner. Where is he getting these ideas from? He's way too smart for this shit. It's really, really frustrating and embarrassing, quite frankly, when you have someone with that high of an IQ, someone who's such a good thinker and asks a lot of questions and is willing to criticize his own side, being the left, when they act crazy, and they act crazy quite a bit. But then all of a sudden, Gavin Newsom, and now we won the pandemic. What do you mean we won the pandemic? Like, it's just like, in no way did we win, the average person, win the pandemic economically. Or mentally. Or financially. Or physically. People were gaining a lot of weight during COVID because the gyms were shut down. Most people don't like working out at home. Still not an excuse to let that happen, but it happened. And it was a result of the consequence of these lockdowns. It fucked everybody. Except people like Bill Maher and his rich elitist pals.